Well, good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the X39 call. My name is Verdita Monk. I'm calling you all from the Atlanta, Georgia area. I'm really excited about the information you're going to hear tonight. And, someone, as I said, thought a lot about you. They really realized that you needed to hear this information that is literally life-changing and just changing the world. So, what I'm going to do is tell you just a little bit about myself and why I am here tonight, because I'm just like you. I was invited to a call like this by a dear friend of ours by the name of Mr. Ken Robinson. And Ken, just said that I've got something, my hands on something that you need to try. And it turns out that it was a patch that he wanted us to try. And it's a little tiny patch that is about the size of a quarter, and it's as thin as a Band-Aid. And, looked at him and said, what are we going to do with this? Well, he invited us to this call, and we heard some powerful testimonies similar to what you're going to hear tonight. And we went on and flew to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we were on our way to anyway. And when we got there, the first thing we noticed was that my mother-in-law was rubbing her knee profusely because she was in so much pain. And this is something that the doctors had given her medication for, pain medication. She's supposed to have surgery, but she didn't want to have the surgery. She's 92 years old. But when we put that patch on her and she went to bed that night, the next morning, all this pain that she's been experiencing for over a month, as well as getting up in the middle of the night, had just gone away. And so my husband and I were curious, even though we didn't have any medical issues, we weren't taking any type of pain medicine. I mean, we weren't taking medication for anything, and we were not in pain. And so we said, well, if it did that for her, let's see what it's going to do for us. So we both put the patch on, and that night, something happened that really got our attention. My husband, who had been snoring for over 10 years with sleep apnea, acid reflux, all of this. And do you know that night he stopped snoring? That night he stopped snoring on November the 11th of 2022, and he's not snored since. So that really got our attention even more. And so we started thinking, oh my God, because I'm telling you, we heard some powerful testimonies. And so we started thinking of all the people that we knew that were going to benefit from this patch. And so we made a list of people and started calling them, inviting them to a call just like you're on. So that's why you're here. Just wanted to give you an idea of what we have going on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen and get right into into this presentation, because we know that's what you're here for. Okay. And so what I want to ask you, this golden question of the evening, is, have you been patched? I'm telling you about this patch, but I just want to know, have you been patched? And if you've not been patched, I know you're not going to be able to wait until you get patched after getting off this call tonight, because you're going to hear how your body can be elevated, how you can be reactivated with regard to the stem cells in your body, and you're going to be regenerated. How about that? And so let me move on to this next slide. I keep having difficulties, you guys. Okay, so let me tell you about this gentleman right here that I had the opportunity of meeting this past weekend in Orlando, Florida. His name is David Schmidt. He's the CEO and inventor of the patch that I just told you about. This man is so amazing. He's like a genius. He has over 180 patents. And, that's something for anybody to have. But he's a scientist and inventor. And he did something that they said could never been done. First of all, he specializes in age reversing. And in 2008, he started focusing his attention on stem cell research. And 10 years later, and $4.5 million later, he was able to bring this technology that I'm telling you about to market. This technology, is patented for the next 17 years. And it is, it's really something that's just amazing. Let me just read this to you. It says, as a result of elevating copper peptides, okay, as a result of operating copper peptides, which is what this patch is going to do, including activation of stem cells, improvement in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, and elevation of collagen. I mean, all of this stuff is very, very significant. And what was so significant about him creating this technology, again, is that scientists said nobody could do this. But David Smith, being the genius that he is, did this. And let me tell you how this patch works. This patch, once again, is called the X39 patch. It is a proprietary form of phototherapy. It is patented nanocrystal technology because, see, in the very middle of this patch is something called nanocrystals. Let me hold it up again. Right in the center of this patch are nanocrystals. And what happens when you put this patch on your body, the light in your body reflects off of these nanocrystals in this patch to activate and reactivate the copper peptides that are in your body. And then when that happens, those copper peptides reactivate your stem cells. See, most of our stem cells are dormant by the time we're age 30, but by the time we're age 60, it's over. It's almost 90% of your stem cells are no longer active. And that's why so many people are having a hard time healing their body. See, our bodies are designed to heal themselves. And but it's hard to heal itself when we're older and our stem cells are no longer working. So this technology, what's so important about it, is non-transdermal. It's not going to interfere with medication that you're taking. It has no drugs or stimulants in it, and it's non-invasive. But why would we want to do this? Because let me just tell you this. Some of you may have heard of stem cell injections. That's what you may get from a doctor. And why do people do that? It's because they don't have any other choice. They're desperate for relief in their body, whether it's pain, whether it's, some type of illness that they just can't get rid of, whether, like cancer or something like that. So people are willing to do stem cell injections. However, they're very expensive. They could be $10,000, $25,000. Who knows? I know someone that spent $100,000 on stem cell injections. This man was really in bad shape. And because, most people can't afford it, that's why it's important to get it. I mean, if they can, but we never know if it's going to be, it's about 30%, it's a 30% chance that injection may not work. So why would you put yourself in that situation? No, insurance will not cover it, or there's no guarantee, plus it costs all this money. Why would you put yourself in this situation? Well, that's why we are so excited about this patch, is because this is another option that you may not, normally know about. And that's why we're telling you about it tonight. So here are some of the benefits, because we had over 80 case studies, and in the case studies, people experienced many things. And here's some of the things that you might benefit from. You may benefit from increased strength, reduced inflammation. We know that inflammation is a culprit of most illnesses that people have. Increased stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity. I mean, if it weren't for the mental clarity that I get from this patch, I don't know how I could function, because I have so many projects going on at the same time. I'm an interior designer, and I have clients, not just in the state of Georgia, but other places as well, but so many projects. And then I do this business as well, because this right here is what I'm focused on right now because of what it's doing for people. Restored muscle and skeletal condition, improvement of sleep, and improved skin appearance. Now, I told you there were case studies done, over 80 case studies, and you can find these case studies and review them better on a site called thisisit39.com. Within the first few days of wearing this patch, people started, the test started showing, the studies reveal that people's bodies were seeing 4,000 genes being reset in the first few days. These are actual results. And then within 6 weeks, the brain became balanced. Within 3 months, the collagen began to increase. Within 6 months, the heart reverses in age. We've got people who have had situations where their heart was not functioning at the rate that it should, and was going to the cardiologist every 6 weeks. But the next 6 weeks after wearing this patch, the heart was operating at 100%. That is amazing. So those are the kinds of things that we're so excited about. Now, how do you wear this patch? It's really simple. And I'm really excited about this because I'm not the kind of person that likes to take pills. Not that I don't like to I can't take pills. I can't even swallow a pill. So this is a godsend for me. So I like just put this patch anywhere on your body. But in this display right here, it shows you can put it behind the neck on your C7 vertebrae or below the belly button, or you can put it anywhere you want. But in the studies that we had, they would put it anywhere. I mean, they would just put it in these two locations just so they could be consistent. So you put it on for 12 hours on, 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate, throw it away, let your body repair and rejuvenate. And then you put a new patch on the next day. But you can wear this anywhere you want, but make sure that you drink plenty of water because your body may start to detoxify and it's going to flush those toxins out. The toxins are what are causing the problem. So you want to flush those out and you're going to notice some great results. Now, this technology is so sophisticated, but it's so simple to express. And that's what we're going to show you right now about what this is doing for people. So what I have the pleasure of doing is inviting a couple of people on that have used this patch. And I want you to hear from them what it has done for them and their situation. The first person I want to call on is Mr. Rashid Abdullah. Rashid, would you please unmute yourself and share your video and share your wonderful testimony with our listening audience?
Oh, sure. Thank you so much, Verdita, and thank you, everyone, for being here. I was
okay. 1 second before you get started, Rashid. I can't see your face. I see
my phone. I'm having some technical difficulty with my phone. It's
okay, but that's okay. That's okay.
I'm sorry about
okay, that's okay. You got something going on, but that's okay.
All right. So I started taking the patch. Before I go into starting taking the patch, let me just say that I'm a person who's had a sleeping disorder for many years because of my work. I work all hours of day and night in all types of conditions, and that's been going on. So for years, I have not slept more than maybe 3 to 4 hours at a time. And I wasn't getting good sleep. And so Quadir and Willie introduced me to the patch, and I said, yeah, I want to try it. So I tried the patch, and one of the first things I noticed was I slept. I was able to sleep like 5, 6, 7 hours, and it was good sleep. I had really forgotten what real sleep was like because I was getting the 2 or 3 hours, 2 to 4 hours for years, and I would wake up as tired as before I went to sleep. So that was huge for me. That was a very big deal. I experienced more energy, more stamina, and I just had a feeling that's hard to explain. I just felt really balanced. So that happened right away. I experienced those things, like just, a couple of patches in, enough to make me realize that I needed to get on board and use this thing on a regular basis. So when I did that, one of the other things that was big for me that I realized was I've had gum disease for years, and my gums had deteriorated so bad in the front on the bottom that those teeth had to be wired together because I had lost so much gum. They had to be wired together to stay in my head. And the dentist had no answer, and it was just a slow deterioration that was happening. So usually I brush my teeth, I go to I brush my teeth in the morning, and whenever I brush them, and, it would be all this blood and crap that came out when I spit out. So 2 months into using the patch, I was doing my regular thing like that, and there was no blood after I brushed my teeth. And that was very different. I got excited. I pulled down my lip and I looked in my mouth, and my gums had rejuvenated and regenerated because of the stem cells being reactivated and behind what the patch did. And the stem cells, they rejuvenated, and my gums had grown back almost to the original gum line. It was amazing. So those are my biggest two things, but there's been other things too, but those are the big things that I noticed right away. And I'm just really, really so happy to be able to do this and to have experienced such great results with a wonderful product, and then just meeting so many positive and uplifting people, and an opportunity to get healthier and wealthier. Thank you so much.
Well, Rashid, thank you so much for sharing that testimony. And I know the people on the call are probably saying, that is so unusual. See, this is what we're so excited about. We never know what the patch is going to do. It's very intelligent. Remember, it said on the previous slide, it's sophisticated yet simple. All he did was let you know, hey, I was dealing with this gum disease. My teeth were bleeding. This is going on for a long time. And then all of a sudden, just from wearing this patch 2 months later, it looked like his gums had rejuvenated themselves. Had just restored themselves to the original condition. This is amazing, y'all. You can stop your video now, Rashid, but thank you so much for your wonderful testimony. But yes, that's the kind of thing we're talking about. And I know you're blown away. You got to be blown away by hearing that information. But I have another guest, and I'm really excited about you hearing her testimony, because she'll tell you a little bit more, but she is a physician. Dr. Vicki James, can you please come on, share what you do, and share your testimony with everyone? I think all you have to do is unmute yourself and share your video.
Okay,
if you
great.
Can.
Sure can.
If you can.
Sure.
There you go.
All right. So, hello, everyone. And I'm really excited about being able to share my personal knowledge and my personal experience with the X39. I've actually been studying stem cells since about 2018, when I saw that no matter what I did for my patients, there was still an area of improvement that they weren't getting, that I knew that they should be able to receive. And then I started looking at alternative medicine, regenerative medicine. And when I started doing that, I started learning multiple things about stem cells, working with a community that really believed and had the expertise in stem cells. So things changed on COVID, of course, everything did. And one of the things that happened was the FDA put the use of stem cells on hold by small practices. They continued to let the larger practices use them to do some research, but for practices of my size, I couldn't get them any longer. Prior to that, I had spoken with one of my brother's colleagues, and from her history, I knew that the stem cells was exactly what she needed, and she was excited to even consider them until we started talking price, and the price was, well, prohibitive. So we put it on the back burner, and then here comes July of this year. I get a call from her, and she says, you know what, stem cells are now in patches. They're affordable. And when she said that, I was just totally excited, because prior to that, researchers had been given that GHK copper that had been given in creams, and it had been given in gels, and it had been given intravenously, and all these wonderful things were happening. And when I found out that that now that GHK was in a form that could penetrate the skin and still provide the same benefits that it had previously, I was on board. So personally, what happened, I think the patches came in on a Wednesday, and that Wednesday night, I had done some really strenuous yard work, and my elbow was so painful that I couldn't even raise it. And I looked over on the shelf and I saw those patches, and I said, okay, it's time for you to show yourself right now. So I took one out, put it on my elbow, and then raced off to work because I was already late. But by the time I got to my office, which is less than 30 minutes, I went up in the visor to do something up there, and I realized that I was actually raising my arm, and I hadn't been able to do that for at least a couple of hours. And since then, I've still been able to do whatever I want with this elbow, and that pain has not come back. So there are those one patch wonders that we talk about, but more importantly, there is the continuous use of the patches to get where you want to be for a lifetime. I have placed patches on my clients who have had chronic pain since 2014, some even longer than that. And they're able now to get up and walk. The knee pain has resolved or is on its way to resolving. And I just keep letting them know, and I need to let you know, you will get some early on improvement, but what you're looking for is that lifetime improvement when those cells, and they will form, and the more they form together, they'll develop tissue and blood vessels and replace what was there before. When you get to that point, now you're talking about being able to have a good life, a long life, without the pain and discomfort that you've suffered for so many years. So I am definitely on with X39. And what's even more important, I have looked at some of the other patches that they have and have found benefit in all of them. Well, actually not one. That Acu Life for a patch for the horse, I mistakenly ordered that, and I don't have a horse, so that was not a good investment. So I'm sending it back. But every other patch that I've personally tried and that I've made available to my patients have been just wonderful. So I'm just gung ho on this organization and this company, and I'm just looking forward to maybe 8-9 years from now when patches will be the first line of medical care for just about everybody. Just wait and see. I know it's going to happen.
Well, Dr. Vicky, I am so happy that you see the vision here.
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad that you embraced, also the fact that you have brand partners. You're actually sharing this with other people who want to use the patches and make this into an income opportunity, not only for them, but for you as well. And so you've embraced the whole concept. Thank you so much. I mean, what you've said, it means so much to all of us. Just knowing a physician who really embraces this idea. Thank you so much. And I know you just got off work, so thank you for sacrificing the time.
More than welcome. Let's make this work.
So somebody is texting things like in the text. Thank you so much. No, the patch does not penetrate the skin. The patch, you just put the patch on. You can stop your video now, Dr. Vicky. You just put this patch on. And when you put the patch on, it elevates the copper peptides in your body. So, but we're going to move on to the next. Let me go back into the to the PowerPoint, because we got some more information we need to hear. So let's go. Let me get this going. Let me tell you something a little bit about our company. It's called Lifeway. You've heard that name mentioned several times. We're a 19-year-old company. Next year we'll be 20 years old. We just left our convention, our 19th-year-old convention. And the company, for a long time, until about 3 years ago, was doing about $20 million per year. And after this X39 patch was brought to market, that the company grew to over, really it's over $400 million. And that you see this growth chart right here. It's because the X39 is so phenomenal, you guys. It is now, we spread to over 75 countries. So it's because this product is not a type of product that you can get anywhere else. It's not a Me Too product where you can go to Walmart or get it, or Whole Foods or someplace like that. And it's not something similar to like weight loss skincare where you can just get this anywhere. This is a very unique product, and this is why we're so successful. Now, I want to talk about what's important in your life. What's important in your life? Is it your family? And time freedom? Everything I would believe that's on this page is important to all of us. Time freedom is very, very important to a lot of people, because so many people that have really, really good quote unquote jobs, the people that have the big high paying jobs normally are the ones that don't have as much time freedom because they're working so hard. But security, financial security, is very important to me and my husband. And I'm pretty sure that most people on this call is important to you as well, because most jobs that we have just don't pay us what we're worth. But in our situation, we're self-employed, and we're at the age where we could really retire if we looked at our age, if we wanted to. But financially, we just weren't prepared. And then on top of that, Social Security is not guaranteed, you guys. I mean, Congress is going through some crazy stuff right now. Who knows what's going to happen to Social Security? And so we don't want to put our future into the hands of anyone else. We realize this is going to be a legacy company, one of those companies that are around a lifetime, and we're going to take advantage of that. And more importantly, we see that what we have our hands on is going to be changing lives. You heard what it did for Rashid. You heard what it did for Dr. Vicky, plus all the patients she's been referring these patches to. And so I want you to know that the company has a very, very lucrative compensation plan attached to it. And there's some, here's just a demonstration of one of the ways we get paid. And this compensation plan, let's say, for example, if you shared these patches to a few friends of yours and they decided they wanted to purchase some of these patches, you're going to be billing a left team and a right team. And the first 4 people that you refer this to and they get one of our packages, that positions you where that you can earn all the money in our comp plan, and you can earn up to $25,000 per week in this structure alone. It's called our binary. And so this is very, very lucrative. And what's so significant about it is the timing and positioning is very important. As people position themselves under you, every time a new person comes in, they have to fall under the last person on your left or the last person on your right. These are the people that you initiated. Let's say, for example, if I brought you in, I may bring another person in, but that person has to fall under you. Do you see how beautiful that is? And so we call that, a binary compensation plan. But once again, it is very, very lucrative. Now, the other part of the comp plan that's very, very exciting is our matching bonus. And by the way, the binary pays you to infinity. All those people that are below you, you get paid on every single one of them. Every single time they place an order or whether they stay on this product every single month, you're in a position to get paid on every last one of those people. Now, the matching bonus means that people that you personally enroll, let's say, for example, let's say if this was Dr. James. And let's say if I introduced Dr. James and she made $1,000 this week, that's very possible. Wouldn't you think, Dr. James? If she made $1,000 this week in a binary, if I introduced her, the company would pay me 25% or $250 for the $1,000 that she made. And it did not take the money from her paycheck. And then the people that she refers, they would fall on my second level. Let's say she enrolled 20 people and they each earned $1,000 this week in the binary. That's $20,000. I would get paid 20% of that. So 20% of 20,000 is $4,000, I think. Okay, something like that. Anyway, as you can see, and then the people that those people refer, you get 20%. And see these numbers, this is so significant. Please recognize this is not one person. This is all the people that you refer. You may have enrolled 30 people, and each one of those people, when they earn money in the binary, you get 25%. Those 30 people may enroll 10 people. So that's 300 people on your second level. Do you see how this is going to be significant? You're getting paid on hundreds of thousands of people if you follow the system. Okay. Now, here's how you're going to get started. Let's say, for example, you said, well, I just want to try some of those patches. I can't wait to get my hands on them. Well, here's 2 ways. You can become a retail customer. So you could go to the site of the person that enrolled you or referred you to this call. You can get a whole 30-day supply called a sleeve. It's a beautiful packaging, and 30 patches come in a smaller sleeve like this, come in a smaller sleeve. That fits inside the blue, and you get 30 patches inside of that. But that you're going to pay $149 if you're a customer. Why not be able to get a whole sleeve as a brand partner for $99? That's what you're going to pay per sleeve, $99.95 for every sleeve that you purchase as a brand partner. So we recommend considering something like the silver package, which is $299. You're going to get 3 sleeves and you're going to pay $300. Why wouldn't you want to do that as opposed to paying $149 for 1 sleeve? And then in addition to being a silver package, you get to position yourself in the binary that I talked about. So you don't get to be in the binary if you just become a customer. But then if you're a business builder, that means you say, well, you know what? I definitely want to share this with other people. I'm on board with spreading the word. I'm on board with making some serious money. And you may want to be a business builder. That's 5.5 sleeves. They give you half a sleeve free for 500. But the other package that you might want to consider is what we call the serious business builder. This is for serious people that have a big vision, that know they're gonna, want to help a lot of people. Like my husband and I, we came in with the diamond package. This is called the diamond package because we made a list of 25 couples, and we wanted to each couple to get 10 patches, so the husband and the wife could get 5. And we had another list of 25 individuals. Just trust me, when you do the math, that's 12 and a half sleeves. And then with the diamond package, you get 3 months of supply for yourself. Like me and my husband, there's 2 of us, so that's 6 more sleeves we needed, plus the 12 we needed for our customers, or the ones we were giving the patches away. That's 18 and a half sleeves, 19 sleeves. So we said, oh, it makes sense, the diamond package. Plus you get the sleeves now at $84 a sleeve. But there are some other benefits to getting the diamond package. See, remember, the diamond package, not only does it allow you to have extra inventory. I had a lady today that needed a sleeve, but if I didn't have the diamond package, make sure I keep inventory on hand. The diamond package supplies you with inventory to help people get started, because it takes a few days for their inventory to come in. But if you decide that you're going to build this business, you definitely want to be on what we call auto ship, or the monthly subscription. Why? Because points, remember, all those people are going to start falling under you. That's generating points. If you don't keep your points, that's money you just threw away. You need at least 1 sleeve, so that, number one, you can stay on the product yourself or have enough to share with other people, but it also keeps your points. It's going to limit you to earning $100 per week. If you do 2 sleeves, now you have enough for you to use and another sleeve to sample out with other people that we just talked about. So that's going to require 2 sleeves a month. And that way you can, not only are you going to keep your points, but now watch this. You get to maximize the comp plan. Remember, we talked about $25,000 to infinity in the binary comp plan. And that's going to enable you to position yourself for that. But with 1 sleeve, you can only make $100 a week. And then this product, again, this 2 sleeve subscription also, once again, positions you to max out the comp plan. So the time is now to make your make your moves. So are you serious about your dreams? And I want to let you know, what we have our hands on is hope for the future, you guys. We are so excited about what this is going to do for you. But what I want to do right now is I want to invite someone to the call that I have a whole lot of respect for. And this gentleman is what is a 7-figure earner in this industry. He's the kind of person that knows and is able to determine what's a worthwhile opportunity to position in, put himself in, as well as helping others. But I want to invite to the call Executive Director out of Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Reggie Stewart. Reggie, would you mind coming on and enlighten these people on what they really have their hands on?
Yes, I am. I will. Thank you very much. I'm trying to make sure I can. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me okay, Perdita?
I can hear you, just can't see you.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Can you do a
Not sure.
stop share? I guess you've done that, huh? Oh,
Just go ahead, and even though we can't see your video, you can just talk, and I'm not
okay.
sure what.
Okay, no
Your
problem.
video's not.
No problem at all. Well, hey, folks, I'm extremely excited to be on here, and certainly I want to first of all give it up for Mrs. Verdita Monk. She's done an incredible job tonight, and this information that she shared with us is really absolutely incredible. You know, I think most people who are on this line will agree that this is very unique. If you've ever heard anything in the past, anything someone may have presented to you, you got to say that this is absolutely very unique. You've never seen it before. And what's happening has never been done before. So it gives us a lot of confidence in knowing that the information that you heard tonight is all factual. It's not on trial. It's not something that we're hoping and wishing works. So I'll encourage you very strongly, to understand the power which you have your hands on this evening. This is not, another one of those things that she said, but I will let you know this. You don't have to know a whole lot in terms of understanding the power and what this business can do for you and your family. All you want to do is you want to be able to share it with people as often and as fast as you can, to as many people as you can, and you will then see the value in what we're sharing tonight. Don't waste any time trying to figure it out. As you heard about this gentleman who invented this product, this is just the beginning. He's looking at this as an opportunity where every product that he creates is going to be a product that is either going to help a person individually through enhancing the quality of their health, or it is going to enhance the humanity, or make an offer to humanity where we'll be able to assist people throughout humanity in doing various things with various products, as you may have heard about the products that this gentleman actually invents and that he puts out to market. So what you have your hands on today is something that is life-changing without a doubt. But more importantly, it is something for you and your family to take full advantage of. I've been around a year now in this business, and I'll tell you that there's nothing like it. You can hear from people from all over the world, from all backgrounds, as you've heard tonight. But it's something that you want to really sink your teeth in tonight, and understand that starting tonight, you can do something not only for you, but for every single person you come in contact with. You don't have to worry about the objections that you are normally accustomed to getting. You just put yourself in a position where you say, hey, look, it's my time. And I believe with every person having that attitude, going to the next level with this is going to be a cinch. It's not going to be as difficult as you may think. A year, 18 months to 24 months from now, many of you on this line is going to be in a different place. So I just want to thank Verdita for giving me a moment to share with everyone, and certainly look forward to seeing you all over the top. And also just to let you know, this same call, there's going to be a call that's going to take place tonight, at 10 o'clock, and it's going to be done. And folks, if you're in a position today and say, hey, look, you know what, I like what I hear, you want to call some people up tonight and let them know that at 10 o'clock Eastern time, there's going to be another call like this. If it's made sense to you, just imagine how many people it's going to make sense to. And it is an opportunity to build a dynasty. So again, thank you very much, Verdita. I really appreciate the opportunity to share.
Well, Reggie, thank you so much as well. And it means so much to me and my husband to be working alongside a person like yourself, just based on, what you've accomplished in the industry, based on your business acumen. And thank you for sharing that vision with everybody on this call. But you guys, I want to just emphasize one more time, please understand this. You heard these testimonies. Think of people that are in dire situations that would be, you heard Dr. Vicky, that will be willing to spend tens of thousands of dollars for injections. This is their chance. This could really help someone in a big way. So don't forget about those people. And if you liked, as Reggie said, what you just heard, be on this call with a guest at 10 o'clock. You may know someone in California. It's 5:40 in California that need to hear this same information that you just heard. So thank you so much for joining. We'll see you all over the top. Have a wonderful evening.
Great job, Verdita.